Former Archewell staff accuse Meghan Markle of secret affairs and abuse of power.
Breaking developments inside Archewell have ignited a firestorm that refuses to die down. Former staff members are now stepping forward with claims that place Meghan Markle at the center of a growing web of internal chaos, alleged power abuse, and deeply troubling personal conduct. What began as a routine staffing update has rapidly morphed into one of the most destabilizing scandals the organization has ever faced. Archewell's internal team issued a brief announcement confirming that 3 senior employees had been dismissed. The message was strikingly cold: no explanation, no acknowledgment of service, no gratitude. Within hours, the memo leaked. And once it hit the media, everything that had once been whispered quietly behind closed doors came roaring back into the open. Almost immediately, long-standing accusations resurfaced. Claims that Meghan created a toxic workplace, exerted extreme psychological pressure, and cycled through staff at an alarming rate. This time, the media didn't treat it as scattered rumor. 3 high-level departures at once were too precise to ignore. Articles began stitching together former employees' stories, archived interviews, and unresolved questions that had lingered for years. The narrative shifted from coincidence to pattern. As the press coverage intensified, reports surfaced of a heated confrontation behind palace walls. According to insiders, Harry finally snapped. He reportedly told Meghan he was exhausted from seeing his name used as a shield every time Archewell imploded. "You're doing it again," he allegedly said, accusing her of firing people and leaving him to absorb the backlash. Meghan, unmoved, shot back that incompetence couldn't be tolerated. Harry pressed harder, saying the issue wasn't just 1 or 3 people, it was the constant turnover, always blamed on everyone else. Meghan's response was ice cold. He wasn't there, he didn't understand. The argument ended without resolution, leaving a deeper fracture behind. As Archewell remained silent, speculation only intensified. Were those employees dismissed for performance, or because they knew something they shouldn't? Was this leak merely the surface of something much larger preparing to explode? The media's attention soon pivoted to a familiar name, Marcus Anderson. Known as one of Meghan's closest confidants since her Toronto days during Suits, Marcus has never officially left her inner circle. What reignited scrutiny wasn't a job title, but his constant presence. Business trips, international events, private travel, backstage access usually reserved for core executives. Photos flooded the press, showing Marcus not just nearby, but deeply embedded. The question quickly shifted from friendship to function. Without any formal role, why did he appear to wield such proximity and influence? In an organization already criticized for blurred boundaries and personal favoritism, his visibility became a lightning rod. The situation escalated when old online content resurfaced with explosive titles suggesting a secret relationship between Meghan and Marcus. At the same time, images from Paris Fashion Week 2025 were dissected frame by frame. Not for fashion, but for body language, spacing, and moments deemed unusually intimate for a professional relationship. The media didn't declare conclusions. Instead, it asked one relentless question: where does work end and personal life begin, and has that line already vanished? Under mounting pressure, Meghan and Marcus issued denials through Marie Claire, insisting they were simply longtime friends. The statement was neat, quotable, and empty of detail. It didn't explain Marcus's constant presence in sensitive settings. That omission only fueled further suspicion. Soon, paparazzi and Hollywood insiders began offering first-hand accounts, claiming they'd observed behavior that crossed ordinary social boundaries. While no photos were released publicly, repetition lent weight. Analysts began suggesting Marcus functioned as an unofficial advisor off the books, but deeply influential. And with 3 senior staffers gone, questions intensified about what they may have witnessed before being abruptly removed. As Marcus's name dominated headlines, attention shifted again, this time to testimony from former Archewell employees describing another figure, a documentary producer who allegedly enjoyed unusually intimate access to Meghan. According to multiple accounts, Meetings frequently began after 10 p.m., long after most staff had left. Entry logs reportedly showed Meghan, the producer, and an assistant remaining inside headquarters late into the night, repeatedly. Some employees described walking in unexpectedly and witnessing interactions that felt distinctly non-professional, close proximity, affectionate gestures, and an atmosphere that made others uncomfortable. The assistant's constant presence only deepened unease, reinforcing a sense that these encounters were insulated from scrutiny. Employees described a culture of silence, where speaking up felt dangerous. When these claims reached the media, outlets didn't assert conclusions, but questioned appropriateness. Late-night private meetings between a leader and a collaborator, particularly within a charity, inevitably invite suspicion. Several former staffers later admitted they left not because of workload, but because boundaries felt dangerously blurred. The timing raised eyebrows. These alleged meetings occurred shortly before the 3 senior employees were fired. Still, Meghan offered no explanation. The silence allowed speculation to metastasize. Then came another jolt. An anonymous witness claimed to possess sensitive videos and documents involving a high-ranking streaming executive once linked romantically to Meghan during her Suits era, an executive recently replaced without explanation. The witness alleged the materials captured intimate moments and financial dealings that crossed ethical lines. They didn't release the evidence, citing legal fear, but issued a chilling statement. If released, everything becomes undeniable. The media erupted. Analysts connected timelines, old rumors, and the executive's sudden replacement. Was it preventive damage control? Or fallout from something far larger? The witnesses' restraint split public opinion, but also prolonged the story. Meghan and Archewell again declined comment. As pressure mounted, scrutiny spilled into Meghan and Harry's marriage. Sources described another intense confrontation, with Harry reportedly expressing exhaustion over constant rumors linking Meghan to different men. Meghan insisted they were friendships and business relationships, accusing the media and Harry of betrayal. Harry's doubt lingered. Soon after, he posted publicly that their marriage was stronger than ever. The post backfired. A man identifying himself as a former private pilot claimed he personally witnessed intimate interactions between Meghan and Prince Andrew, alleging the existence of airport security footage. Other unnamed witnesses hinted they, too, would come forward. Then came the blow that shifted everything. Netflix reportedly canceled its collaboration with Meghan and Harry. No detailed explanation, just confirmation. Analysts immediately linked the decision to the accumulating allegations. In the streaming industry, deals rarely collapse without deeper concerns. With revenue streams drying up and projects stalling, Archewell's image began to unravel. The question now haunting the public isn't whether every allegation is provable, but whether silence, timing, and consequences point to something far bigger than coincidence. Is this collapse the result of real misconduct, or the unstoppable force of suspicion once control is lost? And if the evidence truly exists, who will be the next to fall when the remaining secrets finally surface? The story remains unfinished.